We are more accepted than we will ever know. We move through life believing that we should shape ourselves into something more likable, more presentable, more worthy, when in reality, more people already appreciate us for who we truly are, more than we can ever possibly imagine. We spend so much time looking for approval, bending ourselves to fit expectations, as if belonging is something that we must earn. But the truth is, we are already seen, already valued, already accepted in ways we may never fully grasp. You think your presence is small, that when you fade into the background, you're forgotten, but you're never truly invisible. Someone remembers a joke you told that makes their day a little lighter. Someone admires the way you express yourself, even if they've never said it out loud. Someone feels a quiet sense of comfort by knowing you exist. You're woven into the lives of others in ways that will never be spoken, in moments you've already forgotten, in memories that belong to someone else now. You don't need to curate yourself to be worthy of acceptance. You already are. You don't need to chase validation. It has already found you in ways you may never see. The real tragedy is not that we are unaccepted, but that we convince ourselves that we are. We believe we must alter, shrink, and polish ourselves to be embraced, when in truth, it is our unfiltered, unpolished, unmasked self that makes the biggest impact. But so often, we deny ourselves that truth. There's a quiet tragedy that unfolds within us without us realizing. The slow surrender of self to expectation, the gentle erosion of individuality in the pursuit of belonging. We mold ourselves to fit ideals that were never meant for us. We mold ourselves to fit ideals that were never ours. Speak words that do not feel like our own, and wear identities that, while comfortable to the world, have become foreign to us. But at what cost? We chase after images of who we think we should be, shaping ourselves in the reflections of others, only to wake up one day and realize that we are unrecognizable, even to ourselves. The streets are filled with people searching, often without realizing it, for proof that they matter beyond how others perceive them. But when do we pause and ask ourselves, what do I truly need? What do I truly want? We are told that needs and wants are separate things, but are they really? Perhaps the key is to align them, to need what we truly want, rather than merely wanting what we are told to need. Yet, society teaches us the opposite, to desire things that will never fulfill us, to run endlessly on the wheel of comparison, to believe that we are not enough as we are. And so, we wear masks. We present versions of ourselves which we believe will be accepted, entering relationships, friendships, and communities with carefully curated personas, desperate to find someone who mirrors us. But you will never find yourself in someone else's reflection. No amount of imitation will bring clarity. No borrowed identity will ever feel like home. What happens when the masks come off, when the illusion fades and we are left with nothing but the raw truth of our being? We feel lost. Relationships collapse under the weight of unspoken differences. Our carefully built facades shatter, leaving behind a void, a deep and painful realization that we were never truly seen, never truly known. We experience an identity crisis, not because we lack identity, but because we've spent so long hiding it. Yes, we are social creatures, wired for connection. But aren't we also capable of more? Aren't we told we are unique, special, one of a kind? If that is true, then why do we fear being different? Why do we silence our voices, suppress our quirks, and trade authenticity for acceptance? Perhaps the world is often unkind to those who do not fit the narrow definitions of normal. It fears what it cannot categorize, what does not conform to familiar shapes, what refuses to be reduced to something simple and understood. It ridicules personalities that are too vivid, minds that wander too far, souls that feel too deeply. It rewards the comfortable, the expected, the easily explained. And so many of us learn to shrink ourselves, to smooth our edges, to quiet our contradictions, to make ourselves small enough to be accepted. But what the world rejects is often not the reflection of those who stand apart, but a projection of those who cannot bear to see in others what they have long suppressed within themselves. Nothing extraordinary has ever come from perfect symmetry. Every soul that has ever been truly unforgettable, every mind that has ever left an imprint on the world, has at some point been misunderstood. Not because they were wrong, they held up a mirror to those unwilling to face their own truth. Yet, despite all of this, we are more accepted than we allow ourselves to believe. So enough is enough. Embrace who you are, the parts that don't fit the mold, the thoughts that wander where others don't dare to go, the dreams that seem too ambitious, the quiet truths that make you feel alone but are in fact the very essence of your uniqueness. Speak in your own voice, not the one shaped by trends and expectations. Love what you love, even if no one else understands it. Be unapologetically yourself. Life is not meant to be lived in someone else's skin. It is a gift, a fleeting, precious, and unpredictable gift. And like the ripest fruit, it is meant to be tasted fully, savored completely, with nothing left untouched. So take off the mask. Let the world see you, not as it wishes you to be, not as you have been told you must become, but as you are, raw and unfiltered, unashamed and unafraid. So squeeze every drop from the fruit of life and let the stains be proof that you lived as yourself.